Um, Take note that ethers, the same with alcohols, the same with phenols, they are also considered organic derivatives of water. I have mentioned this, diba, sa introduction sa alcohols, phenols. This is also considered derivatives of water, in which, if you try to compare it with water, both the hydrogens of water, it is being replaced now with organic groups, okay, being bonded on the same oxygen. Now, the organic groups, take note, itong organic groups na to, that could either be pwede both alkyl groups, pwede both aryl groups, o pwede yung isa alkyl, yung isa aryl. Okay, as long as R group yung naka-attach directly on the same oxygen. Now, this oxygen ether, this might be in open chain. Okay? Pwede siya in open chain. Pwede naman siya part ng ring. Okay? So, pag sinabing open chain ethers, this can be further classified into two. Okay? Pag open chain, uh, these are aliphatic ethers. No? Aliphatic ethers, walang involvement sa cyclic rings. Open lang siya. Okay? Aliphatic ethers. Okay? Now, this is subclassified into either symmetrical ethers or the other one is mixed ether. Okay? Then, the most common class of ethers are the cyclic ethers. Okay, wherein yung oxygen is now part of the ring. Part of the ring, say for example, you have a 5-membered ring, then yung isa dyan is oxygen. This is R, this is still R, O, R, di ba? But this time, this is a cyclic ether. Okay? Pero may nakag CH3, O, CH3, this is an open chain ether. Okay. Now, let's talk about open chain ethers, the symmetrical. Pag sinabing symmetrical ethers, ibig sabihin, yung 2 R groups, they are the same. So, pala ganina, no? Yung dalawang R groups, the same, symmetrical. Okay? Pag sinabi namang mixed ether, yung dalawang R groups, different. So, ano lang? Yung dalawang R groups, different. So, say for example, symmetrical, di ba? These are ROR, di ba? OR ethers. Look at the R groups. Parehas lang. The R groups, okay, on both sides, the same symmetrical. Mixed ethers, the 2 R groups, they are different. So, ano lang. Okay? Then, for cyclic ethers, yung oxygen is part of the ring. Okay? Part of the ring. So, say, for example, ayan. So, you can just read all this. These are all examples of cyclic ether. But in naming, we will focus more on the open chain ethers. Naming open chain ethers or aliphatic ethers. So points to remember, for simple ethers, take note, in naming simple ethers, pag sinabing simple ethers, walay other functional group. As in ether lang yun yung makita, R, O, R. So in naming simple ethers, this can be named by simply identifying the 2 organic substituent. I-identify lang nimo ang isa ka R group, isa po ng isa ka R group. Say for example, sa PCAS, there is an ethyl, then sa other side na ay methyl. So simply identify the 2 organic substituents in separate words. Okay, in writing, separate words, then add the word ether. That is the simplest way of naming ethers. Okay, mo lang siyang simple way of naming ether. So let's say for example, okay, these are sets of ethers. Ethers ay makita, walay lain functional group. Okay? So for this side ng first structure, the first structure number 1, diba, this is an ethyl. Okay? Sa PCAS, this is methyl. So ano lang, mo lang identify ba? Mo lang simplest way to name ethers. Okay? Then imo lang i-alphabetical, kinsay una. So, ethyl, methyl, then sumpay, word din nga ether. So, ano lang. So, separate words siya in naming simple ethers. Another, sa pangalan sa substituent na benzene, phenyl. So, you have a phenyl, On the other side, there is an ethyl. So ethyl, una, followed by phenyl, then ether. Kaya lang. Now, for symmetrical, okay, this is an example of symmetrical, diba? Symmetrical ether. So take note, pag symmetrical ethers, okay, ibig sabihin, katong duha ka R groups parehas, so symmetrical ether. In naming, you simply identify that alkyl group. Okay, parehas raman, so simply identify what is that common nga alkyl group sa ilaha. Sa pikas ethyl, parehas. So ethyl, ether. Kaya kag ethyl ether, meaning ang duha niya ka R group, puros ethyl. But there are times nga, gusto din nila isulat diethyl ether. It's okay. Okay? Okay ra gyapon. Meaning kag diethyl ether. Okay? Diethyl, meaning duha ka ethyl. Muna siya sa duha ka R groups. But the simplest way yun in naming symmetrical ether is simply identify unsa na siya ang common nga R group sa ilaha. So, say for example, kani siya. This is, sige daw B, kung kaila pa ba ani nga alkyl group? Unsa ni nga alkyl group? You type in your answer. So sige na to, sige ninyong encounter. Very good. So sige ninyong encounter og kuan, mga structure. Sarog walay na memorize no nga. Naagyod may madala, no? So that is isopropyl. Okay, isopropyl, sa pikas pod isopropyl. So simply write isopropyl then word dayon nga ether. So ana lang. This is applicable sa symmetrical. Okay, symmetrical ni siya. Okay, the other one, so iha pa lang, this is carbon. 1, 2, 3. So 3 ka, so ni, carbon containing a alkyl group, so propyl. Ba? So this is propyl ether. Okay, then this is phenyl ether. Now what about this one? This is not propyl, ha? This is cyclopropyl. Okay, alkyl man ni sila. R group, these are alkyl groups or aryl groups. Okay, or cycloalkyl groups. So this is cyclopropyl ether. Then lastly, this is methyl ether or you can have dimethyl ether. So it's up to you. Okay, tadawaton na ako ang di. Okay, isopropyl ether, dipropyl ether. But the simplest, yun, hindi na kaganahan mag, ano pa, okay, complicate. Then, identify, follow lang yun what is being written in this slide. So again, that is the simplest. Kung may tag simplest, it is not following the IUPAC. Okay, naagi official way of naming. Okay? Ma'am, okay ra consider nimo ning simplest way. Yes. Kay masayon man siya. Nganong dili man nato buhaton kung mao ang masayon, no? So masayon siya. Okay, go. No, you can have this way of naming ethers. Okay? But in writing ha, kana bitaw mag-exam na ta. Kung ipa-name gay mo, ayo na mo pag-or. Okay? Kung unsa inyong giname ana nga compound, isa ra gyud ang name. Ayo naman pag sakto na unta tong isa, nag-or pa man ka or, wala di man ko mag-put in og or sa ako ang kanang sini correct answers. Okay, sa key answers pa. Diretso na ko isa lang mag-name ka, isa lang gyud ka name. Okay, di nga or dimethyl ether. Example kani, nagsulat ka methyl ether or dimethyl ether. Wrong gyud ka. Wala na tay panahon mag-rationally pa sa kuan finals kay hindi na ta magkita di ba sa finals. Okay? So, number 3, okay, consideration for mixed ether. So, simplest nga mixed gyapon ni, di ba? These are still mixed ether. Kani siya mixed. Okay, number 1, kani mixed ether gyapon ni siya. Okay? But we have an official, no? Official gyud nga way, the systematic kanang follow gyud sa IUPAC system, no? For mixed ether, for instance, ang shorter alkyl group, that becomes alkoxy substituent. Okay? Mga tago example ha. Example, CH3, eto. Then O. Then kanin siya methyl lang. Between the two sides, okay, between methyl, okay, and propyl, ang shorter alkyl group, that will become a substituent. So, siya na diretso ang substituent. But take note, dili lang si methyl, dili lang ang R group ang substituent. Dalon niya ang oxygen. So, kani tibuok ang substituent. Paminaw ha? OR ang substituent. In general, ang term ana alkoxy. You simply change the il into oxy. Simply change the il into oxy. Okay? So, kaninga part di ay, kaninga part, this will become methoxy. And that is a substituent. Kinsa karon ang parent? This would be carbon 1, 2, 3. What is that parent alkane? Kapag tulo, alkane. What is that alkane? Parent. This is parent. Di ba, kung mag-identify tag parent chain, mo dapat ang pinaka-longest carbon chain. Very good. Propane. The parent therefore is propane. So, imong pangitaon, imong compare, kinsa ang longest R group, siya ang mahimog parent. Not ending in il, but katog yung parent chain. Kung yung kag parent chain, magbase ka sa alkane, corresponding alkane name. Diba? So, 3 carbons propane, naa siya substituent at carbon 1, which is methoxy. So, 1 methoxy. Sumpay, propane. Mo ni siya ang systematic way of naming, especially for mixed ether. Ma'am, pwede ra ka nang kuan ko identify methyl, then ang isa propyl ether. Okay ra. No way problema. Methyl, ang pikas, propyl. Ay kasi una. Una ang propyl. Na element o, una ang M. M, o M. Una. So, methyl, followed by propyl, then ether. Oh, it's okay. No, okay lang. So, you have to know this also. Kay, kung mag-search mo, naman good sa inyo, ha, ka ng banat yung mag-study, magtanaw yung mga references sa books. Ing ani usually, ang naming, makakita mo alkoxy, oxy. Okay? So, dapat kabalo mo ani. Okay? Let's try ha. For this example, using this systematic way of naming. Between this R group, duha diri, ang carbon, diri isa. So, on the left side, siya ang parent. So, this is ethane, tama? Kung 2 carbon, that is ethane. So, ang tibuok OR nga nabilin, OR, that becomes substituent. Imo lang ni identify. Unsa man ni siya? Methyl. This is methyl. So, alkoxy man siya. Methoxy. Okay? Change the il. Methoxy. Okay? Change the il into oxy. Alkoxy man siya in general. So, this is methoxyethane. Or you can have 1 methoxyethane. It's okay. Okay? Next. Between this molecule and ethyl, syempre, ang mahitabo, benzene ang parent. No? Benzene ang parent. Di ka mo yung phenyl. Kaya di ba ang phenyl, kung substituent siya. Now, kung man siya, parent man natong gipangita. Okay, parent. Kinsa ang large molecule. Longest carbon chain. So, benzene siya. Si benzene, sa iyang carbon 1, unsa ni siya nga alkoxy. Unsa na siya nga alkoxy daw be? Try. What is this alkoxy? It is 1, 2, duha ka carbon. Very good. Ethoxy. So, ano lang? Ethoxy. Okay? So, this is, pwede ra mag-number ka, pero by rules, di ba, kung may tag-isa lang ang substituent sa cyclic ring, you can have pwede na din mo dili i-indicate. Automatic, ethoxybenzene, isa ra man gyud ang substituent ka na sa benzene, so biskin asa nimo na ibutang, ethoxybenzene pa rin yan. Okay? So the same thing, this is cyclopropane. Ang parent, cyclopropane, na siya substituent nga OR, unsa ni siya nga OR, methoxy. Ano lang, methoxy, very good. Cyclopentane. Ang mga master na kayo mo mag-naming. So very good, no? Sige. What about this one? Kinsay mas daghan og carbon? Carbon on the left or on the right? On the left or on the right side? Very good. Okay? So, on the right side, okay ra. Okay, walay problema. Okay? Black BNC, kung na may klase, okay ra. Okay? Sige. So, if parent chain atong gipangitaan ni, di ba, terminal to terminal, gid ka, mag-ihap og carbon. This would be your carbon 1. Tama? Carbon 2. Carbon 3. This is propane. Kaysa kung kanimong pilion, this is just ethane. Kung parent, mga ganyan itong pangitaon. So, propane ang parent. Propane. Sa propane, sa iyang carbon 2 na ay substituent nga ethane. ethoxy. Okay, that's why 2-ethoxy propane. Okay? Next. Nga to lang yapon compare kinsa mas daghan og carbon sa R group. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Propane. Okay, propane gihapon di ari. Wherein ang mga substituent, okay, this is carbon 1, 2, 3. You know already hang anong kani akong carbon 1. Kay kung kani mong carbon 1, wala man ni substituent. Kung kani ba? Kung kani mong 1, then 2, 3, kaning carbon 1, wala pa'y substituent. I-apply lang, i-apply lang gid ninyo ang rules. Okay? Di yun mag-change ang mga rules. Okay? So this is carbon 1, 2, 3. So what are the substituents? You have ethoxy sa carbon 1, then methyl. Kinsay una? Ethoxy. So 1-ethoxy, 2-methyl propane. Okay, next. Okay, ang sunod. Asang sunod? That one. Okay. So the parent here is cyclo. Mo man ang larger. Diba? Cyclohexane. Then, ang cyclohexane, na siya substituent. Yung alkoxy. Okay. What is that substituent? Ethoxy. Okay. And lastly, syempre, obvious kani ang parent. Mga substituent na din na siya. Mga OR. This is the OR. Ito pod OR. Unsa ni nga OR sa taas? Methoxy. Kaning nasa kilid, ethoxy. Okay? Ihapon ra gyud ninyo, no? Ihapon lang gyud ang carbon sa R group 1, 2. Unsa man na siya nga alkyl, ethyl. Change the il into oxy kay na may oxygen. Apil man ang oxygen sa part man siya sa branch. So may mo siya alkoxy. That is to indicate nga na oxygen, no, sa branch. Okay, so this is isa may una. So 1-ethoxy. Now 1-ethoxy, then 2-methoxy, cyclopentane. So ana lang. Sige. Proceed na ta. Again ha, this is the systematic, the IUPAC way of naming. But again ha, you can have the, kung makaya siya og simplest way of naming, yes. Pero kani nga part, hindi naman ni madala og simple way of naming, di ba? Kay duha naman ni ka sani ether. So saan ni mo pag-identify ang R sa ka R group diri ug kani? Di ba? Dili na. So systematic way of naming. But the rest, pwede nimo siya ma-identify. Okay? Kung kaya og simplest way of naming, then you can have the simplest way. Identify lang ang pikas nga R group, then ether din nga word. Last na ni siya nga condition sa ether, then we're done. Okay, sa ethers. So, if naay other functional group present, okay, sa ether ha, kita kag ROR sa molecule, pero naay other functional group nga present. Say other functional group nga present. Example, na double bond. Okay, na alcohol. Sa pa, kanang mas higher nga functional group na ay later on pa atong matopic later on sa ketone, no? Na ay ether tapos na ketone. So nga na bitaw ang pasabot. Okay? So if other functional group is present, take note, ang ether part will become automatically a substituent. Unsa again ang pangalan sa substituent ng ether? I mean, unsay pangalan sa ether kung mahimo siya substituent? Alkoxy. Okay? Alkoxy iyahang term. Example, number 1, paglantaw nimo sa molecule, sa structure, yes, na ROR, ROR, but napoy double bond. So in that case, i-apply nimo ang number 4 nga case. Automatic, mahimo gyud ni siya alkoxy. Identify, unsa na siya nga alkoxy? Methoxy. So no problem with that. Balik din ka sa rules in naming double bond. I mean, alkene. Double bond na nun. Alkene. Aka mag-start og numbering. Diri ka sa ubos. Sa carbon kung saan nearest, sa terminal side kung asa ang nearer nga functional groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kung mangita gi kag parent chain, terminal gyud ka mag-start. Di gyud ka pwede sa tunga-tunga mag-start. Okay? Error gyud na siya diretso. Balag nagkabalintong pa na ang style sa drawing sa structure, didto gyud ka sa pinakatumoy mag-start og count. Ma'am, pwede diri mag-start? 1, yes, it's up to you. Okay, parehas naman gihapon ang result. Okay, sige. So, name the alkene. This is already an alkene. Okay, so naa kay hexene, asa ang double bond sa carbon 2. So, ang parent is 2-hexene. Identify na dayon ka sa substituent. Okay na ka sa parent, 2-hexene, na kay substituent sa carbon 2. Sa carbon 4, na kay methoxy. Kinsay una? Hala, lubat na ko. Okay? 5%. Kadali lang. Okay? So, ang mauna is methoxy. No? Una ang methoxy. 4-methoxy. Alphabetical lang ninyo. Then 2-methyl. Then 2-hexene. For a while. Okay, let's continue. Sige, second molecule. As you can see, there is an alcohol, an ether with an OH. So name this compound as if it is an alcohol. What will happen to the ether part? Kaning ether nga part, gikan gid O, gikan sa oxygen, then onwards na dayon sa iyang R group, that becomes alkoxy. 'Di ba kung alkyl ra ni siya, alkyl group, that is isopropyl. 'Di ba? That is isopropyl. Change the il into oxy. So isopropoxy. Isopropyl, isopropoxy. Okay? Ayan. So, ang parent is 1, 2, 3, 4. Continuous man na parent chain. So, sa carbon 3 na siya ay isopropoxy. Okay, next. Okay, another alkene. No, alkene compound. This is carbon 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sa iyang carbon 4 na ethoxy. Sa carbon 2, na chloro, carbon 3, na ay methyl. Okay, so the name is 3-chloro, alphabetical, 3-chloro, 1-ethoxy, 2-methyl 2, butene as the parent. Okay, next. What about this one? Obviously, it is benzene. No? Si benzene na siya methoxy sa carbon 1, another methoxy sa carbon 4. Okay? You can have this as para-dimethoxy benzene, or you can have 1,4-dimethoxy benzene. Di ba naka-para position? Kapag di substitute ng benzene, you can have the ortho, para, meta. Okay, next. Again, nakakay double bond. So, this is already an alkene. Automatic yun. Basta makita OR, ether, nga na ay other functional group, automatic ang OR, alkoxy na gina siya. What is this? Diba this is tert-butyl. Tert-butyl, ang il, change it to oxy. Tert-butoxy. Okay? Tert-butoxy. And that is sa carbon 4. This is carbon 1. No? 2, 3, 4. Ma'am, anong kaniya kung carbon 1? Rule in naming cycloalkene. Unsay ingon nato sa cycloalkene? Kapag isa lang yung bond sa cycloalkene, always yun na siya naa sa between carbon 1 and carbon 2. That is the functional group, di ba? So, this is cyclohexene. Okay, as a parent, di naman nato i-indicate asa ang double bond. Kaya di ba kung isa lang ang double bond sa cycloalkene, no need to write or cite the position. Kaya automatic yun na siya between carbon 1 and carbon 2. Nasa carbon 4 ang tert-butoxy. Okay? Then lastly, you have here cyclohexene. 1-methoxy cyclohexene. Okay? So, practice yun. Practice lang in naming. So, we're done with ethers. Okay, we're done with ethers. So, I'll have the... Ala, okay, nag-ulan na. Number 12. I'll answer number 12, number 11. Ito pa man. Yeah, number 8. Sige, ka na yung mga lisod. Ito ang sira. Number 6. Sige ka na. Then, okay. Okay, let's have this. Okay, then the rest. Okay, the rest, you can, ako ni ibutang na pod sa assignment 8. So, daghanon na to assignment para makabawi, no? Inyong score. Kay kung dili pud ta mag-assignment, wa pud ko ma-record sa inyo ha. Meaning, ang atong quiz is through assignments kay inyo mang taas man yung time mag-answer. Okay? Sige. Dirita sa number 5 sa. So, obviously, this is a symmetrical ether. Symmetrical ether, sa ingon nato, alkyl lang, i-identify ang alkyl, then the word ether lang dayon. So, this is tert butyl. Tama ba? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is tert butyl. So, ano lang? Tert butyl, then ether. So, that's number 5. Sige, number 6. I will name this as having 1, 2, 3, pentane as the parent. Okay, having pentane as the parent. Okay, so parent na to is pentane, sa carbon 2 na ay methoxy. Okay, so dili na ako ibutang. 2-methoxy, parent is pentane. Sige, number 8. Obviously, the parent is benzene. Kay daghan na kayo OR. Klaro nimo, daghan na kayo OR, alkoxy na tanan. Okay, alkoxy. So, puros methoxy. Asa man makita? Carbon 1, 3, 5. So, 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. Try methoxy benzene. Sana lang. Okay, number 10. So, the parent chain is started today. Carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or pwede ra pasaka. 8 ra gihapon ang pinaka-longest chain, and that is octane. Longest chain is octane. Alkane naman na siya. Ang alkane na siya substituent sa carbon 4, carbon 6, carbon 2. Okay? So, na methoxy, methyl, ug ethyl. So, una ang ethyl. 6. No? 6 ethyl. Sunod, 4 methoxy. Okay. Then, 2 methyl. Sumpay, octane. Okay. Okay, number 11. Okay, in this case, okay, the compound is named as an amine. Okay? Amine. Okay? So, ending in amine ang suffix. So, di naman ta makaabot ani. Sige. Ato lang ni siyang i-name. Di man ko maghatag po og example nga merong amine. So, this would be carbon 1, 2, 3. So, sa carbon 3 na ay methoxy. So, you simply write 3-methoxy. Okay? Methoxy propan. Okay? Change the E to amine. Propan, then amine. Okay? Propan, amine. So, ayan. Propan, amine na siya. Propan, amine. Okay, lastly, you have benzene ring. Okay, benzene ring. So, the parent is benzene. Okay, sulat na to. Hoy, di ma-erase. Di siya ma-erase, guys. Ayun. Okay, benzene as the parent. Okay, so identify, no. Tell me, what is the parent? It's not benzene. Sige daw, kung naagi na learn. What is the parent? Is it benzene? Very good. It is phenol. Okay? Phenol is the parent. Kung automatic yun ha, kung makikita ka benzene tapos na yung OH, phenol na siya. So phenol is the parent. Then continue. This is carbon 1. Tuyok din ka kung asa dool ang mga substituent. 3, then 4. Then alphabetical na dayon. Alphabetical, di na nini mo apilon ang OH. Kay part naman na sa phenol. Nara ang mga substituent. Methoxy, atong i-read. Methoxy, and duha ka nitro. Okay? So una ang M, methoxy. No? So 2-methoxy. Dayon, 3,4 dinitro. Phenol. Sumpay, one word. Dinitro phenol. No, kana. 2-methoxy, 3,4 dinitro phenol. Okay, done. With ether. Okay, last na lang. With the synthesis, ano lang ni siya, substitution reaction. So, wala tayo reaction ha nga i-tackle sa ethers kasi nga they are considered less reactive. So, substitution lang reaction. Kung ano lang ni siya, it involves paano ba mag-synthesize ng ether. Okay, this was actually discovered by Williamson. Okay? So, relatively unreactive sila ha. So, ang mahitabo, ang kailangan lang nato, precursor, kailangan nato nga raw material in order to synthesize, to form ether, which is an ROR. Kailangan ng alkyl chloride, RX, okay, react that with alkoxide ion. Di ba kaganina, alkoxide ion is a product of reaction of alcohol with active metals. Okay? So, react sila, displacement lang ang mahitabo. Okay, substitution reaction. Yung RO, di ba? OR, sa ba? RO nga part. Okay. It will replace, no? Okay, the spot of halogen here. Okay. Forming ROR. Okay. So, ana lang. Mura ni siya. Okay. Sige. Sige, dirita sa ketone. Ketone. Gamay